Hello, Divine Ones. Welcome in. I call to the Most High and spirits of benevolence to come through, please, with the truth told with love. Let's see what this reading's about with some factor cards. Cards are shuffled. Spirit, give me about 4. One more, please, Spirit. So far they all fell sideways, all the 3 that came out. We got more, 2 more, so there's 5 factors. They're all sideways, so it feels like you're kind of in between options, or like both of these dynamics are at play, is how I take that. So first, something about being in union and unity with someone or something, and separation. So it could be going back and forth between those things, or both dynamics are happening. Romantic partner and ex-partner, maybe an on and off situation. In-laws or family's partners and chosen family might be involved here, or something important for what you need to do to influence the situation. There's also mutual and one-sided. Maybe some things are mutual, some things are one-sided with this other person, the person on your mind. And lastly, being the student and being the teacher. You have something that you can teach others and something you can learn from others. And maybe your person is a teacher and a student, maybe with you. They have something to teach you and something to learn from you. Okay, let's get tarot. Clarify, tell me about the situation, what's going on. King of Pentacles fell on the romantic partner, ex-partner. Reversed. King of Pentacles reversed. The caption, he had it all. What he did with it changed the universe. Reversed, it feels like he doesn't have it. King of Pentacles reversed is like someone that's, their money's not right, they're not stable, maybe financially, or just like their personality or in relationships, they're not a stable person. They can't provide for you in whatever way you need, maybe financially or emotionally, not able to provide what you need. This can also be a person that's too focused on money. Maybe they neglect relationships because of their career, or their priorities are on money in a way that harms other people. Okay, tell me more. Something flipped in my hand. It's 7 of Swords reversed. Something was hidden. They were trying to get away with something and they didn't. I think you caught them, or you were onto something about them. You called them out on something, or you found something out. Let's see the caption. He stole weapons from the invaders, but was it justice? So maybe something unfair or unethical happened that your person did. They didn't get away with it. Tell me more. We had 2 more flip in my hand. The Star and the 3 of Pentacles. The Star is healing. It's getting a wish. Guidance. 3 of Pentacles is... First I was going to say, like, it's people working together is the meaning, but I got a vibe of, like, it's just like these people are in the dark. It feels like third parties people working against you. Maybe like your partner has a third party, and that was what the sneaky thing was about, the thing they were hiding. Or maybe it's like this, I was looking at like in-laws or chosen family, like maybe they have, like maybe their family is interfering. It feels like interference. It feels like working against you, people working together against you. Maybe a group of friends even, either their actual family or their chosen family, their friends. And then the star, woman of the cosmos, a journey into the realms of fertility and intuition. That feels like you knowing about this or finding out about this, getting clarity and rising above it. You see this woman's very ethereal, spiritual, floating, able to do things that there's like this person at the control panel, but it feels like they can't control you. They can't interfere. It's like things are happening. They're trying to stay hidden in the dark behind the scenes, but it's revealed because you are intuitive. Right. Okay. Tell me more. This is interesting. The Suit of Wands, standing on the precipice. This is the Three of Wands. It came out like sideways on the union, unity, and separation. And the Three of Wands is about long-term planning, your future vision, maybe even traveling. It could mean like long distance situation. And sideways, it's like a choice. It's like it could go either way. You can cancel these plans or you can pursue them. You can set new goals or keep the same goal and keep working towards this. And you have to decide on unity or separation with this person. Or maybe it's still being decided. It depends on what you and they do. A light on the horizon calls to you. This guy has binoculars, long-term vision. Where are you going? What will you do once you get there? A journey into the unknown. Here's the upright. Remember, it came out sideways. His clothing reminds me of like a detective, so maybe it's like could be assigned to investigate more, get more information, be observant for a little while. And he's like in a desert it's very barren, like nothing can grow here right now. Okay. I want to keep going with this deck. Tell me, I wanted to know about the student teacher before I said it. So it feels like a lesson about, this is the Eight of Swords, exiled, left for dead in the barren mountains. There's a woman tied up. And it's like the wands of these, the Seven of Swords. Did I say wands? It's a swords card. But on this deck, it's like, they're like little laser guns or something. Lasers or something. Anyway, they're weapons. And it does feel like these people that I talked about that are working against you and maybe influencing your partner to be unethical, to try to get away with something, to be dishonest. They're trying to trap you. It's a prison of the mind. And then there's like this abandonment, rejection, keeping you on the outside. The barren keeping you in a barren place where nothing can grow with your person. She's wearing red. It's like they're trying to keep you in the lower self, maybe, or want to get a reaction out of you. Want to keep you out of your higher chakras or higher wisdom, higher self. The lesson is about how to respond to situations like that. What are they teaching you? What are you teaching them? Or what can you teach them with your response? And how do you free yourself from a situation like this? How is it holding you back? How is it bringing you down? How is it keeping you stuck? How do you get out of that? How do you create change here? You can only control yourself, and people might respond differently if you change how you respond. Let's get another deck. Well, one more. I want to clarify one-sided and mutual. What's that? One-sided mutual, please, Spirit. I looked up and saw 11:38 on the clock, 11:11. 38 adds up to 11. Oh my, that's a lot. Do I want them all? One-sided or mutual, we have the Page of Wands, a lack of passion or action, lack of interest, being immature, impulsive. The Four of Pentacles, somebody not letting go or being too reserved. There's like an armada of ships behind them in the prison bars. It makes me think of this group working against you, trying to trap you. This guy has like a file. Maybe they're keeping tabs on you or something. Or maybe that's their secret, their secrets. The caption, they hoarded secrets. The question is why? And then the Five of Wands, which is about conflict, chaos, challenges. I'm noticing everyone else has like, I think they're all masculine figures with their helmets on. And then there's this woman without a helmet, again, kind of floating and not wearing a helmet. It reminds me of this star card. It feels like you being different from them and not, I guess, just also like being authentic and not hiding yourself. They're all like wearing all this protective gear and you're just kind of like maybe vulnerable or open, and they're not as open as you. Even this one, like her dress is kind of sheer, like you're just very open and honest about things, and they're not. Maybe there's something about boundaries in your lesson as well. Anyway, one-sided or mutual. It feels like it's about passion. You're not sure if this is one-sided or mutual feelings, passion, attraction. Not sure what side this person is on. Not sure if they're for or against you in these challenges, this conflict. I am getting another deck now. Tell me, these two were at the bottom and kind of, I didn't pick them up and I want to see what they are. It's Judgment and the Page of Wands reversed again. Double Page of Wands reversed. And this one, setbacks, procrastination, aimlessness. It feels like your person is procrastinating doing the work they need to do and learning the lesson that you're trying to teach them. They're aimless. They're not working towards this union and this long-term vision. They don't hold the same vision as you and not doing the work to, it feels like they're not standing up for you. They might not be participating in this sneaky group, but they might not be standing up for you either. What else? There's a lizard and a bird. I don't know what kind they are, but here's the image. And that's the upright image, but remember it was reversed. And then the Judgment is about you calling judgment on this, and it's also an awakening. It could be you, your person, or both getting a wake-up call after all that's happened. And the clock here, something about timing. Maybe time is up. Maybe there's divine timing at play. I feel like time is up and you have to make a decision or make a judgment call. There's a butterfly for transformation, changing forms. There's a caterpillar on the side. Maybe you're a butterfly, they're a caterpillar. You're kind of like of the same energy, but maybe you're further ahead and wanting to go places with this Three of Wands, and they're not there yet, and you might have to leave them for a bit and wait for them to do the work to be able to fly with them or be on the same path as them, go the same places. They have to transform to go where you're going. There's a white flower. It makes me think of the Fool card. He has a white flower, and it's like I think it represents like the whole purpose of the soul's journey. It's also a trumpet flower, I think. I'm not too well versed in flowers, but a trumpet, a wake-up call, getting your attention, epiphany, calling. The wands are also about your calling, the Page of Wands, following your calling, being a student that's learning the soul lesson, following the soul's calling, and they're reversed twice. And it came out as like, I guess the bottom of that deck when I picked it up, the basis of this situation, and also came out earlier under the student teacher, the lesson, what you're meant to learn and teach others about. What this situation's teaching you. The lesson's not being learned either by you or your person or both. And it's time to transform, time to call judgment. You have enough information and it's time to do something now. I want to see bottom of the deck of this. It's the Eight of Pentacles, not doing the work. Learning a trade, gaining mastery is the caption, and reversed, not mastering. Here's the upright if you'd like to take in that imagery. Okay, I'm going to put these to the side. Tell me about the romantic partner, ex-partner. It feels like you're not sure who this person is to you. Should you leave them in the past? Should you pursue romance with them? Tell me about that person. Oh, that's too many and they didn't quite fall, so I'm not taking that. I will take that. It's the Six of Wands reversed. It feels like a lack of recognition. The card says arrogance. It's about your person being arrogant, prideful, disgrace. It feels like they've done something bad or failed you. That there's something shameful about them or something they've done. But it feels like they're not sorry. They're like, they think they're right. They're proud of themselves. They're arrogant. They don't have any regrets. They don't have any shame, even though they should. There's an ostrich on this card. Maybe you want to look up that symbolism. Or maybe you might see that as a confirmation. There's ostrich feathers as well on his back there. And then there's laurels around it, and in the reverse it means a lack of victory, lack of recognition from your person, your partner, whoever this is. Let's get more on this person. Tell me more about this person. It fell on this person. This card did. It fell on the ex-person, romantic person card. Two of Swords. It's a decision. There's a bat hanging upside down, like getting a new perspective maybe. They're also creatures of the night, nocturnal. Maybe something about the nighttime. You are very intuitive as the star. Maybe you'll get messages at nighttime in your dreams, meditating at night, journaling, whatever you do to access your intuition. Anyway, the other words are, it's decision at the very top. It does feel like the Judgment card, that you need to make a decision here about this person. And an impasse, you're like stuck right now. You're at a standstill or a stalemate where nothing's happening and nothing's going to change unless a change is introduced in this situation. Probably something that you're needing to do, or that you can do if you want. Blindness, something you're not seeing. The bat has like a ribbon going over his eyes. Blindness. You're blind to something about this person. This person's blinding you. It's keeping you stuck. Maybe it's your person that's blind. They're not. I mentioned earlier, like, they're not seeing that they have done something wrong or need to change something about themselves. And the first step to behavior change is seeing that there's a problem, and then you need to be motivated with the page. The pages of wands are reversed. This person might not be motivated to change. It might be hard for them to go against these people, their family or friends. that aren't vibing with you or influencing them against you to not pursue you for some reason. So yeah, behavior change. They need to be motivated. They need to have a plan. Also, Three of Wands is not upright. It was sideways. They need to have a plan to change is the next step of behavior change. And then they need to put in the action, the work. Eight of Pentacles is reversed, not putting in the work. And then there needs to be evidence of change over time. What did I say earlier about you gathering evidence? I forget what card I said that on, but none of those steps seem to be happening with this person. So it feels like they're not going to change. And you have to make your choice about staying in this situation, choosing separation, maybe saying something to them, maybe pulling back your energy, something different than what you're doing. Tell me about the in-laws, the family, the chosen family. We have the Hermit reversed. That's interesting. Isolation, withdrawal, loneliness. I feel like maybe they're isolating your person. They're keeping them in a state of loneliness where they aren't going to have a healthy, fulfilling connection with you or maybe anyone else. Like some families are very weird about their children and their relationships or their siblings or whatever. And even some friends, like they just don't support any relationships, no matter who the person is. Kind of weird. Some people are like that. Maybe your person needs to withdraw from them. The Hermit, there's a lantern here. I think this is a fish on the card. It feels like they're keeping your person hooked. And the lantern is like, maybe, my first thought was like keeping your person from seeing the light, seeing the wisdom inside them, keeping them from being alone where they're going to find clarity and go through their dark night of the soul and be honest with themselves and confront themselves. Like maybe these people just validate your person. Validation's good, but you know, it's always good to validate people's feelings and perspectives, but you can also confront them about things while validating them. So what I mean is like it's like they're encouraging bad behavior. Encouraging these harmful things that they're doing, keeping them blind to something they need to see. So your person's not doing the soul searching because of these people. Tell me about the mutual, one-sided. $28:42 on the clock. One-sided, mutual. Seven of Matches, which is Seven of Wands. Conviction, perseverance, protection. This card's usually about defenses. Defending. Are they... So before we had Five of Wands, Four of Pentacles, Page of Wands reversed. I mentioned maybe you're not sure if they agree with these people or if they're on your side, but just not standing up for you. The Seven of Wands makes me think maybe they are on your side. I don't think they're, I think they need to defend you, but they're not. Tell me more. This can also be about boundaries for you to set as well. Like regardless of it, regardless of how they feel, if they agree with these people or not, you need to defend yourself. Anyway, you don't want to be in a relationship with somebody that's not going to stand up for you. Tell me more. Knight of Swords, this is a person that is very active, not afraid of conflict. They'll go to bat for you. They'll defend you. They take quick action. They're intelligent, focused, unstoppable, courageous. It's a road runner with a lizard in its mouth. Reminds me of this lizard here. Lizard feels like reptilian vibes, not saying that they're lizard people, but maybe they have like that kind of like these people, friends, family, have like a coldness or a lack of sensitivity, lack of warmth. And this person, the Knight of Swords energy, it's like capturing them. It's a quick animal. So there's these two birds, like this one's like hanging out with the lizard and chilling with it. This one is stopping it. So it's like this came out with the judgment call. It's like this person's not supposed to hang out with the lizards. They're supposed to defend you and, you know, move on from that. Okay, I think I'm gonna stop there with the cards. And today I'm gonna do a Starseed Oracle, Rebecca Campbell's deck. I want to know a message for my viewer. Portal. Doors are opening. You decide. Rewards. Wild card. I'm going to read the caption for you because I don't have these memorized. Portal, portal. '96. The 96 is also like the, to me, I think of like the backwards of the 69, which is the number of, 69 is like twin flames or union, yin yang number. So 96 is separation from a couple, the masculine, feminine, the yin yang, the counterparts being in separation. Number 96, portal. Doors are opening, you decide, rewards, wild card. Doors are opening for you, your thoughts are extra powerful for you right now. The planets are aligning and the timing is right. The universe is saying yes, you have the Midas touch. This is very nice. Your hard work is being rewarded. This is a time when you can reap the rewards for efforts made in the past. It's also a time when you can achieve a lot. Great leaps can be made. Extreme transformation can occur. Great distances can be traveled in a short space of time. Yeah, this feels like the Judgment's about transformation. The Three of Wands is traveling great distances in a short time, it says. The Knight of Swords is pretty quick as well. And then the timing. I mentioned Judgment has a theme about timing. Let's see, you're swimming with the cosmic current of life. What experience would you like to have? What would you want to create? What new adventure would you like to manifest? Don't lose focus. So yeah, the Page of Wands reversed is like being unfocused. So there's also advice to focus on what you want and try to manifest, and that the timing and circumstances and you being in your power is all aligned with you manifesting quickly right now. So focus on what you want. Use this moment in time wisely. Be conscious and clear with your emotions and thinking. Projects that you've been working on are coming to fruition. Things are in full bloom. It's time to take your harvest and taste your well-earned fruits. When this card comes up in a spread, it's a sure sign that effortless change is possible. That means, like, it makes me think of attracting, that you don't have to do anything here to manifest effortlessly by doing the least amount of action possible. If you've been looking for a sign, this is your portal into that new reality. Now is the time to make big changes. If you've been guided to switch things up, you're extremely well supported right now. Use this energy and jump right on in. What would you most like to experience? Let's get one or two more. Okay, we got 3 more. Star bathing, light body, crystal grid, transmission, activation. Earth school, life lessons, soul growth, study, higher learning. There's this woman, it reminds me like of the woman floating earlier, the star card. And she's dressed in like a galaxy suit. Earthed, learning how to be human in the world but not of it. There's this woman again floating above the earth, kind of like in a little light egg force field looking thing. Let's read all of these. Star bathing. 104 reduces to 5, number of change. And then 1 is independence, and 4 is like the stability and the material world, the earth, the 3D. Star bathing. The stars are constantly showering emanations onto the crystalline grid of the earth. When things are in balance, the planet also sends information back up to the stars. Many starseeds have come to earth at this time to help shift the planet vibrationally, to activate the ancient codes of wisdom that humanity has forgotten, and all of that information is stored in the crystalline grid. Maybe grid working's important to you. Something about your vibration. What would be a good shift for the earth, be the change you want to see? If you pull this card, you may be called to begin working with the stars and the crystalline grid of the earth. Some people believe that the crystalline grid of the earth anchors divine cosmic frequencies onto the planet. You may be guided to journey to particular places on earth to unlock these cosmic codes with your presence. So be yourself, be authentic, and just your energy is what creates change. Where was I? You may also be interested in a practice called star bathing. Download a star bathing meditation at starseedoracle.me. Maybe you might want to look up star bathing meditation, or just be under the stars, just at nighttime, go outside, look at the stars, or just meditate outside, or just sit under them, under starlight. This card commonly arises because you're here to connect with the crystalline grid of the earth, either in your hometown or by traveling to other places without quite knowing why. Sometimes I do feel like we get pulled, or I was going to say forced, but like we kind of like are kept in places maybe. Sometimes when we don't want to be there, but the purpose might be because your energy is so important to bring change in that place, a different vibration, a different energy by being where you're at. So maybe you're living somewhere that you need to be, or feeling called to travel somewhere that needs your energy. It can also mean that your light body, the energy body in its highest form, is being activated. If this resonates, take things extra slow in order to integrate this change of vibration. Okay. I'm not going to do the activation there. Well, okay, I'll do it. So they have a starseed activation. So close your eyes and take a deep breath and listen to these words. I open myself up to receiving the wisdom of the crystalline grid beneath me. May the stars and the earth inform and heal me, and as they do, may it heal the earth too. Next we have Earth School. $60. The 6 is the divine feminine number and also about love, the lovers, self-love, and 0, the portal. 60, Earth School, life lessons, soul growth, study, higher learning. The planet Earth is a great initiation for the soul, and life lessons are the curriculum for which we enroll. These aren't one-time lessons, but themes that we choose to circle around. You might go through the same lesson through different times in your life, similar things. And it doesn't necessarily mean that you are being punished. Like sometimes we master a lesson and then we get another level to it. Kind of like climbing a spiral staircase, you know. It's about mastering lessons, and that's why they might repeat. Where was I? These aren't one-time lessons, but themes that we choose to circle around, deepening our experience of them as we make our way through the spiral of life. Life lessons aren't only about getting it right, they're also about getting it wrong. Remembering that Earth is a planet of polarity helps with this understanding. Each year, the study deepens more and more. If you pull this card while you're going through a difficult time, you're being prompted to remember that your soul came here to grow and learn. Try not to look at difficult times as getting it wrong, and instead see them as opportunities for soul growth. If you can find a way to grow and soften your heart through the highs and the lows, your soul is most definitely growing, which is the whole point. Stay soft and grow, and keep your heart space strong. Pulling this card can also mean that you're being called to embark on a new area of study or growth. This could be through structured learning, such as university, school, or a training course. If you're having difficulties in a relationship, you're being reminded that these are opportunities for soul growth. After all, relationships are known as the number one way that we grow as souls while we're here on Earth. The Starseed Soul Inquiry, how are you being called to grow or learn? And the last one, this is getting long, 44 on the clock right now. Earthed, thank you for being here. 62, Earthed, came right after the Earth School. 62, 6 is about love, divine feminine. 2 is about partnership, harmony, and balance. And then 62 combines to the 8, a loop, infinity. Can also be a twin flame, soul partner, karma, cycles, number. Okay, learning and also abundance. Rewards. Okay, learning how to be human in the world but not of it. The challenge for all souls having a human experience is to be in the world but not of it. To realize they are souls having a human experience and be fully conscious of it. To have their soul fully embody their body. People's personalities tend to relate to either transcendence or immanence. Those who lean towards transcendence have a longing for the heavens and the metaphysical. They yearn for a personal experience with God and to be lost in the heavens. They're envious of the angels and are more comfortable praying and hanging out in the stars than the earth. Those who tend toward immanence have attached themselves more to earth and their body. They spend more time thinking about things in the physical world rather than connecting with the heavens or their own mystical inner worlds. Being a fully embodied soul having a human experience means finding a balance between transcendence and immanence, being in the world but not of it. Most starseeds are drawn towards transcendence. They're more comfortable with the angels in the heavens. Life on earth can be more difficult for them. If this is you, you're being reminded that you chose to be a soul in a body on earth. You're being called to focus more of your energies in the physical world, to learn how to be human, a soul in a human body, fully present to what life on earth has to offer you. And the soul inquiry, do you tend to long for the stars or be more in the physical? How can you find a greater balance between the two? All right. Thank you for watching, and much love and take care.